you all. I'm Ayushi Shah from Cossouq.com and we are here today for a very special Women's Day chat show. The topic for today's discussion is beauty standards, biases, bash it all. And to discuss this particular topic, we have a very stunning, extremely smart, and a very bold entrepreneur with us. She is the founder of Starstruck, none other than Miss Sunny Leone. Hi Sunny, welcome to the chat show. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. So Sunny, as we all know that you started your work life really at a very early age, but we would want to know how did you start your entrepreneurial journey and what was it like with Starstruck?
Well, I've owned my own company since I was about 18 years old. I started working when I was maybe legally working when I was 15 or 15 and a half. So I've always been working. I've always been doing something. And the idea of cosmetics came here in India, where I thought, well, I want to be able to do something that I enjoy, that I love, and that I'm passionate about, and be able to give high quality products to people and really nurture the entire process. Because I think sometimes with some companies, it's like a cookie cutter. We have the same cookie cutter for every product and how it's made and the formulas, and that personally doesn't work for me. So we deal with a few different manufacturers that are really good at what they do. So we find them, I test them, we test every single thing. I test every single product myself, everything from the colors and approving the box art, everything. So it's really important to me that the product that goes out is something that I love. And that's what I wanted to share with the world.
That was a really interesting process. So, Sunny, my next question for you is, do you think that businesses and gender are correlated?
So for me, business is not about gender. It's about money, and money has no gender. So all these questions about this gender bias, this and that, doesn't always make sense to me, because what matters the most is the bottom line, whether something is worth it to invest in, whether you are making money on your investments, and getting a return out of them. So being a female has nothing to do with the success of our company. Nor does it mean that, or someone being a male, that's the reason that a company is successful. I think that there are so many successful men and women out there, and they all have their own journey and they all have their own struggles. So I don't think that gender has anything to do with it.
Absolutely, I can't agree more. So, Sunny, my next question to you is that a lot of women feel very conscious about how they look, what are their skills, and about their identity as well. What do you think? Should they be concerned about it?
First, I don't meet women who come to me and say that I'm undervalued or underappreciated. So I have no idea. And I don't know if this is something that the media just tries to make bigger than it actually is. So I don't have these hangups in my head where I think everything is about gender or color of my skin or how my hair is or how I dress, or I don't bring the past things that have gone bad in my life or things that have happened to other people into my business world. Like I said earlier, business is not about gender. It's about, making money, or it's about, achieving your passions in life. So when you're dealing in businesses, let's say cosmetics, a manufacturer doesn't care if I'm a man or a woman. They just want to know I placed the order and I paid for it. And for me, when someone is placing an order of cosmetics, I don't care if they're a man or female, whether they're figuring out their sexuality or whether they're figuring out what gender they are. Doesn't matter to me what gender you are. It matters to me that you enjoy my product and that you love it as much as I loved making it.
Right. Of course, of course. So, do you think makeup is only for women?
I don't agree with you at all on this subject at all. We are, every time I go on to Instagram or anytime I go into any social platform, you have people who are figuring out what gender they are. You have men, you have women, you have lesbians, you have gay men, you have transsexuals, you have so many different
Right, of course.
genders and people out there. But I don't think that gender has anything to do with makeup. It's about feeling beautiful. Now we have men wearing concealers, or maybe they're
Exactly.
grooming their eyebrows now, or maybe they're doing some contouring. I have a couple of guys in my office who do use the products, and maybe they don't want to talk about it, but I know that they do because they've come to me and told me about it. They don't need to tell everybody what they're doing, but I think that again, there's no gender
Yes.
biases.
Right. So, there should be no gender bias. So, Sunny, how do you see the new age women in India and how should they feel empowered?
I think that we're living in 2023, and people from girls from small villages to metropolitan cities to all across India, they're making, I have like thousands of these makeup tutorials or trials that are happening that we put up online, these reels that are made by these women, and they come from all over the world, and they come from all over the country, and they come from small villages to big
Right.
cities. So I don't think that those same hangups are there. If there's a woman out there who feels that way, I think all you have to do is just look at your social media page and just feel like you should be empowered starting by watching those women.
Of course. So, women should feel motivated by themselves.
Or the other females that you're watching.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Sunny, I would like to know that how supportive is your team and your family, and how do you balance both your professional and personal life?
Um, I have the most amazing team. We're sitting in a small little room right now, but I have an amazing team who works really, really hard in their respective fields in what they specialize in, whether it's social media, whether it's the manufacturing side, whether it's the social media side, or creating content. To the business, running the business side, and where our products are going to be. Um, so it's not a one man show for sure. It is a group of people who work all very, very hard, and that's how I'm able to balance out, my social life plus my personal life plus my children, my family, being home for them, and shooting is just having great people around me and knowing that I know what I need to do, they know what they need to do, and we come together and we create something amazing.
Wonderful. So, with this question, we come to the conclusion of our first round, which was a bit of a serious round. But now we move on to our next final round, which is a very fun round. It's a rapid fire round.
Sure.
So, my first question to you is, when are you most productive in your day?
In the morning.
What would you prefer, a matte lipstick or a liquid lipstick?
I'm going to say liquid.
Three words that define you.
Um, okay, I find this always funny. Maybe hardworking. Um, I want to say funny. I like to think of myself as funny, even if it's only me. And determined.
And the last one, a term that describes women.
A term of one word. I mean, we wear so many hats. I want to say strong.
Wow, that was a quick rapid fire. It was a very insightful session, and now since we are moving towards the end of our chat show, I would like to thank you, Sunny, for joining with us and giving more power to the women out there. It was really an insightful and I would say a very motivating conversation with you. And at the last, I would like to say Happy Women's Day to you.
Thank you. Happy Women's Day to you too.
Bye. See you.